Alright, so this is going to be really interesting. Like I said, Bleed really likes his warriors. He's got a level 9 tier here into Suspension's much lower level Sobek, though I didn't catch the exact level. So, you know, comfortability, is that a word? And the amount of comfort on Bleed's side in this pick and confidence in it is probably a little bit higher. But Suspension, you know, he's got a little bit of a niche counter pick here, given that he's got the anti-heal against Bleed, and he's got the ability actually to pluck him out of his Fearless, I believe, right? The pluck will stun upon hitting Bleed, so it should knock him out of his Fearless with the stun, and then allow him to hook him as well. So really got a lot going on his side here. The only difficulty will be in clearing at the beginning here for Sobek. But as you can see, he won a pot and Vamp Shroud along with the Wrath. So he's looking to make a statement early on here, and you know, allow himself to really catch up on those waves and not get too far behind come the mid game. Because if he allows Bleed to just run rampant and really get in on those waves and bully Suspension out, there will be no point during which he could really come back. So he's got to be very wise about his decision making here. He does not have his pluck yet, so he's going straight into 2 points into his 3 and 1 point in his 2. Typical Sobek start actually at level 3 here in Duel, so very wise of him to do it. Bleed, does he have a pot? He doesn't, right? Oh no, I'm sorry, he does. He just opted into. Yeah, I forgot that he gets that many health and mana potions despite going upon. Yeah, both of them have a lot of potions on their side. Bleed gonna be able to hog this out though, just because, like I said, again, the clear on Bleed's side. Since he opted into a pot as well, he has it. And he's going to be able to really make use of it in terms of securing buffs. So, ooh, really good pluck, though, for Suspension. If he can interrupt his dash with his 2, but the 2 I don't believe was available. So this is going to be a little rough. Suspension's in a tight spot here, but he does have passive protections against those creeps. So he's not going to go down here. He's looking for something against Bleed here, but Bleed does have ultimate. Oh, actually, there's not enough mana, but he's got too big of a creep wave there regardless. Gonna have to back up. With his sustain from his ultimate, though, he might be able to stick around longer than Bleed in certain situations and go into the... oh, wow, still not hitting 5, unfortunately. About half a wave off, unfortunately. And Bleed a full level ahead, at least right now. That's just the power of Tier's clear over Sobek right now. So while, you know, Suspension picked into this Sobek, I'm sure he recognizes the deficit that he'll put himself in against any high clearing god. Caesar, 24 months, officially 2 years, man. That's absurd. Thank you so much. I love you, Caesar. I really appreciate everything you've done for me, man, and just for being such a good friend. Thanks, man. Good combo from Suspension, but it's not going to be enough. He'll be able to take away this one creep, but I believe he lost an entire wave there to the tower, so just further crippling his progression here throughout this game, man. He will have to have an insane late game. Wow, I'm actually surprised he didn't opt to pluck Bleed into tower there afterward. What's up, Drew? What's up, Mints? Yeah, he's going to have to play phenomenally in this late game to be able to come back into this. But as we've seen, there have been nothing but comebacks so far in the matches we've spectated. Ooh, really good puck from Suspension. The only way Bleed's going to be able to get out of this is with his ultimate. Suspension suspects it's coming out, though, and immediately turns his sights toward Bleed. Will he be able to catch him here? No, unfortunately, and he can't dive that tower because he's not, you know, not tanky enough without any physical protections on his side. So rough. But he does force out Bleed's ultimate and gets control, finally. Finally in a position to push a bit, and actually will secure the red buff for himself, most likely, if he recognizes that it's about to come up. Hopefully he does. Yep, there it is. And just like that, Suspension brings himself closer into this game. Gold lead, still about 400. You know, it's a little rough, but the experience lead is the biggest hill for him to climb, and he just, you know, evened that up quite a bit. Yeah, towers do physical damage. I've always wanted to see towers do physical damage, but oh, really nice bait from Bleed. Beautifully played. Suspension is going to go down here to the power of the creeps. That's an entire wave missed, and Bleed secures first blood. That's going to put him at such a lead, 1,000 gold, and now the experience is just completely in his favor once again. So that one great play from Suspension, all of it immediately swept away by an amazing juke from Bleed. Quite a bait, and Suspension fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker, man. Rough. Yeah, I wanted to see the Phoenix do magical damage. I want to see towers do physical and Phoenix do magical, dude. That'd be hype as fuck. Bleed very actually efficiently chooses to go over the wall here and get that, but Suspension, I don't know, man. He's got an ultimate available. This could be a dead Bleed, yeah. It is definitely going to be, unless he's got Aegis or anything. No, he doesn't. I don't know. He's got to secure the 3, but he just knocked Bleed too far away to secure it. That's unfortunate. I don't think the pluck should have been used yet. He needed to land his 3 first before using it, but I guess cooldown-wise, it wasn't an option for him. Really unfortunate. Kind of thrown away was that kill. Instead of plucking him at all, he just could have waited for Bleed. Once he used his dash, used his own dash to confirm the 3 and the 2. So very surprised to see Suspension kind of throw that one away due to a you know, a miscommunication kappa in Duel. Yo, what's up, Thad? So yeah, it does look like a Wingblade pickup for Bleed will most likely be the option here, and that's going to help him so much because Sobek's ultimate is the only form of slow in his kit, so he'll be able to walk right out of that thing every single time right now. Ooh, another missed pluck from Suspension. These missed plucks are so disastrous because of obviously the position that they put Sobek in each time, just displacing him so much. Suspension really looking here, but does not find anything. Once again, will miss out on a little bit of that wave and a little bit more gold. Bleed just completely out farming right now. Ooh, really bold move from Bleed, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Suspension has an opportunity here, but I don't know if he'll be able to find it. Really smart ultimate, but Bleed has his own ultimate available. He'll have to pop this early. He does, but it's not enough. Another missed pluck, unfortunately. That could have been the pluck that sealed it. Instead, Bleed turns it around and gets the second kill of the game. This is turning up all Bleed's favor right now, man. It's going to be quite an uphill battle from here. Though Sobek probably has the late game here in terms of burst potential. Bleed is just at such a large lead here that I can't see, you know, 2,000 gold. That's rough, man. 2,000 gold in Duel. Oof. Yeah, Slice, that's what I said, dude. You play really well. Yo, my casting always sucks, dude, but I will get, you know, I will warm up to it quickly. After all these weeks. This is quarterfinals right now. It's not meant to have good casting. It's a duel tournament. At least I'm lively, you know? Really nice. What the fuck is that move called? Charge prey. Nah, I'm not calling it that. Really nice one from Suspension, getting out of Bleed's range there. And he's been playing this smart defensively right now, so I really like what we're seeing from him. A really good juke. He's really turning up his gameplay here and making smarter decisions all around. The only problem is it too late into the game? No, sub-tourney is always on Saturdays. Casting with Smitten was on Sundays. Wow, both players completely missing each other there due to Suspension's. Ooh, is this going to be... Wow, yeah, Bleed actually really interesting choice to go into weakening here. I suppose he feels he doesn't need the Aegis or the Sprint to escape Sobek's ultimate, because as we said, the Wing Blade is just the... you know, the ultimate escape from that ultimate. Man, I keep running into this shit. I'm not trying to create these puns, I promise. So he doesn't really need either of those defensive actives. Now just builds into one solid offensive active, crippling Suspension's ability to escape here. There's no sprint on his side, at least yet. We could see him go into it, but we'll most likely see a beads here. So it's going to be a rough life for Suspension once that weakening is activated, unless he has Charge Prey available. Yeah, that heal on Bleed's side has definitely been doing a lot of work. Like we said, Sobek does have the anti-heal on his 3. It's 50%, which is, you know, quite formidable, but it's not always applied on tier. And, you know, how much is it? 4 seconds? So, you know, obviously that's not always active against the tier here, like a, you know, like a Pestilence would have him during the entirety of being in range of him, so he'd be able to bully a bit more. Not that he'd be building Pestilence against physical, but you know what I'm saying. Once again, I feel like Suspension could have used his one aggressively there every time Bleed gets within range of the tower, but with the tower being that low, he actually probably would have just, you know, one-shot it with his auto. Really nice escape again from Suspension. Yeah, I always try to play people up. Oh my god, these flubs from Bleed right now. Though, again, the Wing Blade actually just allows Tier to escape here. Suspension's going to find it rough to get anything going here. That is so unfortunate that Wing Blade turns out to be such a counter here to Sobek. I never would have imagined that it would be this strong. Wow, Suspension really reaching for it. I don't know if he's going to find anything at all here. He's still looking. He knows that he needs some sort of, you know, desperation attempt here. And Bleed. Oh, nice weakening. And there it is, actually. Finally finds the first blood, or not the first blood, but the first kill on his side here. And Bleed, you know, not too shaken up about it, though, I'm sure. He's still got a tremendous lead. Though he's got to be careful because, as I said, the late game Sobek burst is going to be a real force to be reckoned with here without any defense available on Bleed's side. What is this Sobek skin? It is his default skin. Oh, he's not a pirate. That's true, dude. It should have been a battle of the pirates, and Suspension really fucked that up from the beginning. What's up, Guapo? I'm good, dude. How are you? Bleed just effortlessly picks up that fire giant, just goes straight for it, and takes it down. Wingblade procced again here. But he does not get out of dodge just yet. Suspension, though, in quite a bit of trouble with the fire giant regen and you know, the experience advantage so heavily in Bleed's side right now. So this is going to be quite difficult to make anything out of. And in fact, Bleed's got a kill opportunity here. Will he be able to secure anything? Actually, I forgot that Phoenix was down, so he's going to continue to aggress. Donnie Ray, man, thank you so much for the 7 months, Donnie. I really appreciate it, man. You're the best. Thanks for the consistent support, as always, Donnie. Wow, just going to be able to take this entire thing down because of how much damage he's got on his side right now. No item slots have gone to defensive active, so he's even got the he's even got the wing blade giving him attack speed here as well. Yahoo! Bleed, man. It just came in finally, that 2-month sub. I know you subbed earlier, and I actually procced the thing already for you, so I don't know if I could hype you up again, especially given that you're in game right now, so there's no yeah, thank you so much, Bleed. I really do appreciate it, man. I know that your total sub time has been so much longer than 2 months, but that you had to, you know, had to or chose to is the question, unsub for a bit there. So thank you so much, man, for always supporting me. Wow, that is so crippling right there. It looks like that's going to spell disaster for Suspension. It's going to spell the game for Bleed. Hog here, not available actually, so doesn't matter. That's a lot of damage. Damn, dude. In these full damage games like this is crazy. You take down the Titan and the objective so quickly, especially when there's, you know, creeps on your side or the Phoenix is disabled. You take it so fucking fast. Goddamn. So there you go. Bleed moves on with a really great showing there. Just so many tactically inspired plays there, and he just knew exactly what his game plan was from the start, just to push that lead as far as he could. He knew that he'd be able to establish it with such a dominant lane opponent in tier. Sobek had a lot of tools to be able to fight back against the tier, but unfortunately a lot of mechanical errors, along with never really being able to get online, and going into the Warlocks here was definitely a mistake while so far behind. He actually went for double stacking into, you know, the snowball of tier, and there was just no way that was going to be able to carry him through it. Had he got to the late game, those two items would have potentially won him this game, but it just going both of them in this situation was not ideal, given that he needed to try to get some form of from damage or utility online in order to fight back into this tier. So unfortunate showing for the Sobek there. For Suspension, he played, you know, phenomenally in the last match, but unfortunately was not able to find anything there, due mostly to Bleed's pick and strategy overall. So really good stuff. He moves on to the finals, I believe. Yeah, finals is going to be interesting now, as we have Diesel versus Jabber still in round 3 going on. The winner of that's going to fight Zving, and we're going to spectate that, and the winner of that matchup will face Bleed. So it's either going to be Jabber or Diesel or Zving heading on into the finals here. If it is Diesel, that's a you know, very common finals matchup when Donnie's not in the tournament, to see Diesel versus Bleed. So let's hope for an upset, you know what I'm saying?